So it was me and Shedinja, and we were walking through a desert. There were various tornadoes around us. Various just random Pokemons walking around. Like I think I saw a Kangaskhan on this little remote Oasis Island thing and its baby. So you know what I did, Mikey?
We did, Brett.
I took an apple, like a big, lush, beautiful red apple, and I heaved it. I mean, I chucked this thing. I Cal Ripken Jr. this motherfucker like straight like into the dome. Like I rolled a natural 20 crit and just knocked that Kangaskhan the fuck out. Then the baby cried. It was chaos for a minute. Then I took a picture with my camera because the professor, he was like, I don't know. I was trying to make a quick buck, right? And this weird voyeur guy was like, "Yeah, I need you to take some pictures. Now go away while me and my assistant do something nefarious." But yeah,
with the printed pictures or without the printed pictures?
These pictures that I were taking were of Pokemon. The pictures he were taking of his assistant, I don't know anything about, and he paid me to keep quiet about that. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. But so I got the Kangaskhan, and keep in mind this is really easy because he gave me like this little like submarine thing that kind of floats, but it's like on a rail, so I just got out of it. So it made it just really easy when I could just stop and like take pictures as necessary and bean Pokemon with apples, which is all I did. And but then I fucked up. That thing kept going. I didn't realize like I should have put a rock in front of it or something, and it just and was gone. So then I was just me and Shedinja just trapped in a desert with a camera and some apples, and we turned around and oh boy, there was a lot of Pokemon with little bumps on the noggin, and they were mad. So we had to run away in quite a hurry.
I was going to ask, was this a part of the story where you get attacked by Pokemon and we never heard from you ever again?
We blasted off again. And you never heard from us again until 2 weeks from now. Hey everybody, welcome to Pokemon After Dark Ride. This is a no holds barred, no nothing show. We're talking about Pokemon and hurt the ones we love. And baby, we heard everyone. You heard him in the intro there. That there is Mikey from Pokemon Crossroads. Mikey from Pokemon Crossroads, say hi.
Hi everybody, how are you doing today?
Hey man. Oh, I'm sorry.
Night. Is it night? Is nighttime or is it morning time? I don't remember anymore.
I thought you were talking to me, but you're talking to our beautiful audience. And listen here, I love you. And today I'll try not to hurt you too bad. But hey, Mikey, you're back. It's been what, about a year since we had you on?
I think a year. It was like June or August. I don't think it was July.
Yeah, it was. It's been somewhere around a year though. But it's great to have you back. It's great to see you. And other people can see this live on our live record I don't want to say this. It was live, but now it's in the future where it's pre-recorded and no longer live on YouTube in the description below, as well as links to all our other stuff. And while we're doing plugs, Mikey, can you please talk about Pokemon Crossroads? Tell us what it is, what you do, and drill it into our brains to go look at it.
All right, Pokemon Crossroads, PokemonCrossroads.com. We are pretty much a fan site that likes to focus on fans, but this past week made us focus more on the news. I mean, if we were news focused, we'd be into like serving it. But
was there news this week?
Possibly news. I mean, I know I had to write something that was due Wednesday night, and nope, it's not going. It didn't came out Wednesday night as of a few days ago, and maybe I do tonight. I mean, I should. I feel good now, but I mean, besides the news stuff, we do talk about we do have like stuff like about the fans. Like we do a comic column where we talk about all the different web comics that came out. A podcast column that was supposed to come out Thursday, but last week was not a great week.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, that podcast column is going to come out this Thursday because I should have no excuses. Now they give us an extra week to listen to all these amazing podcasts, including this one, which
you don't need to kiss my butt. You're already on here.
We also have a little other stuff there too, but yeah, we like fans.
But yeah, so Crossroads, it's a great place that collects all the information, which I find that it's better than like Pokemon's official website because I feel like it's got too much fluff per se. But it's also a great place to check out podcasts like this Cursed Show. So if you want more Pokemon content, but I don't know why you would need more shows than ours, that's the place to go look, though, for sure.
Oh yeah, we spent like a whole month talking about podcasts back in July.
Oh my gosh, we could spend a long time talking about other shows on this podcast, but we won't do it because they don't pay us, and yeah, that sort of thing.
I'm supposed to get paid.
That's fair. That's fair. Every once in a while, I'll get a kickback from T Public and get a couple bucks. So that $4-6 usually goes pretty far, baby. But hey, there's a. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm about to say web hosting's not cheap.
Yeah, that's why we have a website. Check out our official After Dark Ride website, PokemonCrossroads.com. Oh boy, so there was a couple of small things in the news, Pokemon related this week. Did we pick a good week to have you on? It just lined up that way. I did not plan this at all.
When we planned this a couple weeks ago, I really had no idea that this was going to be a busy week that I decided to shut down after Wednesday.
Yeah, it was crazy. So there was if you didn't know, now you know. That's a song. So Pokemon had a presents a couple days ago as of this recording, and I watched it. Mikey, did you get a chance to watch it?
I did watch it. I was late by 2 minutes, but who needs the first 2 minutes? I got the rest of it. I got to make meet points.
I was late too. I came in, I think, after the Cafe Mix stuff. I heard something about Masters EX, and then my brain shut down. I foamed at the mouth, and then I heard Unite, and I came back when they said something about Mamoswine. That's when I came back into the conversation there.
I think I caught the Mex part, but I know for sure I got there for the night.
We'll break down everything individually, but what did you think of the presentation overall?
Let me think. It was pretty good. I didn't get a care because I knew the news were going to come eventually, but I think most fans were really excited about the news we got because we went was this August, and
it's been a while. It's been a minute, yeah.
6 months since we got news of Diamond Pearl Remix plus the Arceus stuff, and
it's been a really light 25th anniversary. I thought this was going to be, I mean, based on what their messaging was from their official channels at the beginning of the year, this was supposed to be like the biggest year of Pokemon ever. And I don't know that that's true. I
think, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think towards the end of the year, it's going to be really backloaded with things, maybe. But for a lot of the years, there was just long stretches of nothing outside of the standard Pokemon Go and Masters EX fair, like their events. I mean, they had a couple of concerts, like Katy Perry had a song that had electric in the title, and Post Malone did a Pokemon concert where he didn't do any Pokemon songs. And I think there's another group that did a song, but I expected more out of that. I just expected more in general. I think I think Japan got that event where you could catch a number of the more difficult to obtain mythicals for Pokemon Home. And I thought we was going to get some version of that, and we never did. So that was kind of.
I don't remember hearing that, but I think a lot of people had their expectations set based on 5 years ago during 2016, where we had not only a brand new Pokemon game, we also had all that the medical. Was that year legendaries? Was that year medicals? I don't remember which one's that one. But I'm thinking it's basically because I think usually our Pokemon news when it comes to a brand new game, here is Pikachu Clone X for this month. Yeah. This month we get Pikachu Clone X, and then here's a brand new trainer from a brand new game from X region here. Oh, next month it's fire type Pokemon. It's brand new trainer and a Jimny or whatever, right? Yeah. They got that. And then since this year is a remake year, and they already said up front, this is a faithful remake. We're not going to change everybody. That means, what we're going to do, this is a faithful remake, so all the new characters we get as in trainers. Here's Gardenia. She's the same as before. she's the same boring person as before.
The new mix there is like the chibi style and the updated but when they're going to battle, they're like normal sized, Sword and
normal
Shield
size,
animated size, like
that
they're
normal
animated and
size,
stuff?
same design for like 10 years. Was it 15 years ago now at this point?
Mhm.
I mean, here's
I-
Gardenia. Do you remember Gardenia? She was in Pokemon Masters, I
Yeah.
think. Or here's Cynthia. You know Cynthia, right? The same
Yeah.
Cynthia that you've been seeing since every generation, since
Yeah.
Gen 4. I mean,
I think the slow reveals and even maybe some leaks, I think we're gonna start getting that stuff after Diamond and Pearl. And I think as we get inch closer to Arceus, I think we're gonna start seeing that stuff. Like we've already like screw it. Let's just go straight into it. Let's go straight into the top of the show. I mean, well, the gem of the show, as it were. I mean, obviously the people are really excited for Brilliant.
Green Diamond Shine Pearl.
That sure, that those.
I like that when I type it. I'm trying to do the initials. I'm going, is it BDSP or is it BSPDP? I don't know. I just
maybe a little BDSM in there. Who knows, Mikey? I don't know what you're into. I don't want to put any words into your mouth.
I come really close to type that out every so often. And I just ran for the day that autocorrect just changes that by random chats.
I want to be in the credits if they ever do Pokemon BDSM, because I feel like me and Hannah belong in that credit.
I'm pretty sure you'd be the project lead for that.
Yes, we should be, and we totally should be. You've heard Hannah. Hannah's worse than me. Like my mouth might be filthier, her mind needs to go out to the back porch and be beaten and hung to dry. It's a desolate wasteland of filth in there. Chains and leather all the way. It's like the Lamentation configuration from Hellraiser. When you to try and solve Hannah's mind, we'll probably summon a bunch of BDSM Gimp mask army dudes, and yeah, it's terrifying. But anyway, we're getting sidetracked. So the big ticket item was Arceus. Pearl, Diamond. What's your level to just finish off that, because we started talking about it before we get to Arceus. Like, what's your excitement level for Diamond and Pearl?
The problem is, have you played it recently?
No.
So
it's been a minute.
Okay. So, I mean, I am excited that these are not going to be faithful remakes. I mean, I may be on Twitter like joking around saying, I am upset this is not a faithful remake. I expect this to be the exact same garbage Sinnoh game from 15 years ago.
Spicy takes.
Sinnoh has problems, okay? Sinnoh has lots of problems. They tried to fix it in Platinum. They mostly did. But we were going to get like base Sinnoh Diamond and Pearl game. I hope you enjoy 3 fire types, because I think it's 2. You're Chimchar or Ponyta. Who do you like more?
Yeah, I forgot about that. There was like no fire type Pokemon in that game, was there?
There's like that. There's only 2 fire types to get.
They got to be fixing that in this. I mean,
it looks like they did.
Had to.
So it looks like they did, and they're not making a Platinum remake, which I was hoping they do a Platinum remake and just call it Diamond and Pearl remakes, right? But it looks like when it comes to this underground, the underground has been expanded to include those highway holes, to where you can like find Pokemon in there. And I think people have spotted like Houndoom in there and a few other Pokemon that were not individual.
Kind of reminds me of the Dynamax adventures a little bit down there. Probably just because that is underground, but maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I doubt they put Dynamax in there as a mechanic.
No. I mean, just the structure of the adventure itself, because people seem to really like Dynamax adventures.
Yes. Probably more like the Wild area minus the Dynamax. Maybe that would be as. I
definitely don't think there's going to be Dynamax in the game. But maybe we'll see that the Platinum content come in as DLC down the road, because this is a Switch title. It's not.
I hope not
title,
DLC, but I just hope we did post game. I hope that Platinum still be post game.
It's Nintendo. They'll slap on 5 hours of content, call it the Platinum upgrade, and then charge you another $20 for it.
I pay for it.
It's hard to criticize when it's say like, yeah, if I was playing Diamond and Pearl, I'd probably pay for it and then probably never play it. I still got to finish Armor of Isle.
Ooh,
Isle of Armor.
I tell you this. I mean, it's worth it. I mean, if you're paying for it, they have.
I enjoyed it. I explored the island. I did not do everything that there was to do on the island, but I enjoyed it. And it wasn't like a back-breaking DLC, but. So yeah, that's Diamond and Pearl. I'm excited. I like. It's been a long time since I've thought about contests, and that was always a fun little excursion when you was playing that game originally. And Underground looks cool.
Yeah, the only thing I hope for the Underground is that it has Wi-Fi connectivity, as you can play. That they do the wire area treatment for the Underground, because I mean, I love the Underground back in 2006, 2007 when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
But it was pretty much just, since I just played this game by myself most of the time, it pretty much just me, let me hunt for fossils, let me get some shards, let me do this. Man, it should be awesome. I could capture a flag. I could do a capture a flag game, but it's just me.
Yeah,
who am I going to play with?
Let's hope that they use Sword and Shield as kind of a baseline for some of their online content and learn from that, because Sword and Shield was kind of infuriating to link up with your friends sometimes, especially early on.
It is, but for a guy who mostly plays by themselves, turn on the Wi-Fi, let all the people flood the Wi area. That was good enough for me. And they could do the same thing with the underground.
That was fine.
Happy.
I just mean specifically like when you were trying to do a Dynamax raid and you wanted to specifically play with these people that were your friends. Sometimes it was hard to just get it to show up in your like recents, and it was just a pain. Like
that's true.
But that's true of any Nintendo online game. There's always like an extra pain in the ass step you got to go through to get it to work. But yeah, that's Diamond and Pearl. But Arceus, they showed, this is the first time we saw anything of real substance about the game. We knew it was a prequel to Sinnoh. We knew it was, they never said open world, but it definitely looks more open than it definitely looks like the wild area. At least there's at least going to be several wild areas, or a game full of nothing but wild areas. They've showed a town and some people. I was listening to the MinMax show. I'm not in the, damn it, I said I wasn't in the habit of plugging other podcasts, but they brought up a very crucial detail that I need to bring up, and I need to credit them for it. They noted that they had straw shoes, which sounds okay because this is kind of like feudal Japan-esque seeming, but then they have like very ornate like desks and homes and houses, but they never progressed past straw shoes, and I thought that was a very funny observation.
I'm not big on Japanese history, but I think somebody said that this is like the Meningitis era. Oh man, I probably mispronounced that. That's all heck.
The meningitis era, that is an era that was very uncomfortable for a lot of people. They just needed to see the doctor.
Yeah, but I think that's like no, I'm not going to be an expert on this, but I don't think that this is probably the time where like Japan had opened up their borders a bit, because the United States hey, let us in. No, we got guns. Oh, okay, come on in. Because it gives them that feel of like when when the outside world started coming to Japan a bit, with the whole building, like that new professor who's like from a different region, right? And like the whole building and stuff. I mean, I'm not sure you notice that Galarian Riesling smokestack that building has. But
I'm very curious to the direction that they're going to go as far as lore. Like something that crossed my mind was one of the Pokemon that they showed off was Hisuian, because the region's called Hisuia or Hisui. Man, they couldn't pick something harder for us to pronounce. Damn Westerners, I guess. Hisuian, I know it's Hisuian for sure, but the region's Hisua or Hisuia, doesn't matter. Hisuian Growlithe, and it just made me wonder, like, and also the Hisuian, I guess it was a Hisuian Braviary. Was that Hisuian or
is that Hisuian? Hisuian Braviary, Hisuian Growlithe, and you got the Hisuian. They call it the Hisuian.
Yeah. Okay, but my thought with them was, okay, so these are, I guess, ancient Pokemon that are just because you don't see them in Sinnoh, right? So do they go extinct in the wild, or is it like a thing where like you breed the wolves out of the dogs and now you're just left with Chihuahuas, and that's why we have I think so. The Growlithe that we have now.
I think that's the idea, but I also want to think like there's some like low-key evolution going on here. Like with the Hisuian Growlithe, his eyes are like covered, right?
Yeah.
And I doubt he can see very well, but I'm going to guess from
he looks like a shaggy dog.
Yeah, like a shaggy dog, right? Yeah. So I'm going to guess from this era to the modern day era, eventually he evolved to the point where he got rid of fur.
Yeah, I think it's like gonna be when we tamed wolves and eventually we bred them down in Chihuahuas. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm thinking that's going. But then you have like new evolutions, like so Basculin turns into Basculegion. Basculegion's not in Sinnoh anymore. So did those did those just disappear and just no longer exist in Sinnoh? Yeah, I honestly, Basque Legion, I saw that and I was like, oh, give me that jet ski fish. That thing looks
Oh
awesome.
yeah,
And then they said that it comes from or it evolves from all the other basculin that
there's
never made it
souls of
upstream.
Baskins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that's metal as fuck. Give me that fish.
I mean, yeah, with Basque Legion, I mean, I have some ideas, but I think if it happens, like we don't see that in modern day Sinnoh. So my guess
Right.
is they somehow migrated to Unova, and in Unova they had like safer streams, so the majority of them can survive, but you don't need to
Maybe they
evolve
went
into one.
extinct and maybe they're originally from
Sinnoh.
Hisua. And then,
Yeah.
and then they went extinct, and we still got kind of like how Executor, we first saw it in Kanto, but it's originally from Alola.
Yeah, probably the
So
same
maybe
idea for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad we talked this out because I hadn't thought of that before. So absolutely. What was the other one? There was another new one too. I'm trying to remember. Weird that evolves from Stantler in harsh environments. So maybe the environment gets too urbanized or something, and
Most
so
likely.
it doesn't get the environment doesn't get harsh enough for a Stantler to turn into a weird deer, so it doesn't need to. And maybe that's why we don't see those in modern day, perhaps.
Most likely. I mean, I want to say, like you said, once it got modernized a bit, it's like, well, we don't need artists fur. It's kind of like mammoths.
Or Galarian Weezings adapted to be the way it is because of pollution being everywhere.
Pretty much. It just sucks that Stantler never evolved into this cool looking deer thing.
He looks rad. I like
he does look rad. I thought at first that he was swinging Stantler, but they just say nope, it's evolution. You like it?
I'm into it. Like he kind of gives me some not Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke vibes, like minus the creepy man face on the deer guy there. So so new Pokemon, they showed a lot of some gameplay as well where you're sneaking around and you're actually throwing these Pokeballs that have little fireworks on them at the Pokemon. You work for the survey team, Pokemon survey team?
The Survey Corps.
Survey Corps, thank you. So like this seems to me like a story, like a tale possibly of the first Pokemon master of Sinnoh, like because they said that Pokemon and people don't have relationships at this point.
Yeah.
So maybe you're filling out the very first Pokédex in Sinnoh or Hisua. I'm pronouncing that perfectly every single time. Let it be known.
He's three. Here's
a question I have about the game. So if Pokemon and people don't really have relationships, are you just battling when you get Pokemon partners? Are you just battling other Pokemon in the wild, or are did they show a trainer battle in?
They did not show a train battle. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, let's go to one of two ways. Okay, you may have to. It pretty much just be like you versus the Divine, right? Is you go fight, you go catch yourself Garchomp. The Garchomp's going to attack you if you don't have a Pokemon out. You die because of Draco Meteor, or you send out Lucario and pray that it don't get Earthquake in the face, or you send out Togekiss and you fight Togekiss versus Garchomp.
It's definitely a new thing for the Pokemon franchise. It's almost kind of like newer Final Fantasy battle systems sort of looking as opposed to the standard everybody.
It does because of the battle styles that you bring into the whole Algier style and the brute style, I guess.
Yeah, it's
strong style.
Very strange for a Pokemon game, but I hope it works out. I hope it ends up being really good.
The second option, and this going to tie back to what we were talking about earlier. Just like we had like these ancestors of Cyrus and Rowan, what going to stop them from putting in ancestor versions of the gym use, I would say, ancestral, like the ancestor of Gardenia or Rorik or Byron. Right? Are we going to see those people? I'm going to say the beginnings or the rumblings of the gym system that eventually be
100%.
That'd be awesome.
I would be shocked if like that was part of the main story. So in the trailer we saw Pokemon that were very aggressive. They had red eyes, kind of like shadow Pokemon, but minus the shadow. They were just or like from Detective Pikachu. They were just overcome with rage and constantly attacking, kind of like Dark Souls bosses, sort of. My guess, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like the story was instead of gyms. Hey, there's this area of the region that is being controlled by an angry Ursaring. Go check it out and try to tame the Ursaring. So you go, you fight the Ursaring, you make it your friend, and then maybe somebody comes in and they become like the governor of that area with the Ursa Ring or something, and you are establishing the gyms in this new region. You're the one that's creating these
new towns and stuff.
These new, you're creating the seed of new towns within the otherwise empty region, and you're like trailblazing the routes to each one to create the Sinnoh that we know. That's what my guess is.
It sounds like July City is like the hub, is the university of this place. And seeing that that's where the trade stuff's gonna happen, I'm pretty sure like they say there's gonna be a one-player game, but there should be training between the games. I'm gonna guess that the training hub is gonna be July City itself.
That's what I think. Cool. They haven't shown any other hints of other cities. So like, is it going to be one city in a huge region? That's why I think maybe you're the one that starts to seed these cities that we know from Sinnoh that I can't name.
I think that'd be if they do that way, establishing the cities will be a cool way to get that drip feed of like, here is Ancestor Gardenia, here's our Ancestor Faulkner right here.
Yep. Like, this is the story of how they got established into their areas of the region.
Here's like, because like I said, like we get this whole like from June to October, November. That's when Pokemon start joining. It's like, here's a new character, here's a new Pokemon for you. Oh, look at this cool thing, right? Does it look neat? Don't you feel hyped now? So I pretty feel like we're not gonna see lots of that for Diamond Pearl remakes. We want to see that for the Arceus Legends game. Maybe not as, hopefully not as much, because we still want to see discover new things. Like, I think these Hisuian forms are cool, but I don't want to reveal all the Pokemon, all the new Hisuian.
They're going to show them all before the game comes out.
They behave themselves for Galar. They did behave themselves a little bit for Galar. Like, we didn't see Phalanx to the game come out. Okay,
Phalanx, yeah, but I was thinking specifically the forms. We saw all the Alolan forms. We saw all of the Galarian forms, which is kind of a bummer, right? Because I would love to have been surprised by a couple of those. Like,
we saw the base forms and not the evolutions. I don't remember seeing Galarian Rapidash game.
Yeah, that's fair. But you kind of knew it was going to be a big unicorn. Like, that's really not that big of a stretch. It's not really. Now, if they had kept Ponyta a secret entirely, and then in the game you just saw a unicorn Ponyta, like Princess Rainbow bubblegum fucking Ponyta, you'd have lost your mind. You'd be like, oh, look how pretty. What?
Yeah. But I feel like I guess we see next month. We see next month Pokemon says, hey, here is Ancestral Cynthia.
I don't think we're gonna get the drip feed of Arceus stuff though until after Diamond and Pearl come out. I think we're gonna get drip fed Diamond and Pearl stuff up until then, and that is just gonna be features and overviews of gameplay mechanics and things.
But the question that I keep thinking about is like, what do you drip feed from that game? I mean, they pretty much said
they're just gonna show. They're just gonna show you stuff that you already suspected was gonna be in the game. That's all. They're like, this is what a battle looks like. This is what this character looks like in this style. Like, stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess like there's like I mentioned before, the highways, like there's that fire highway hole. They said, oh, here's a fire highway hole that you can hang out with. You can catch Houndoom here and Charizard. Why not Charizard? Right?
Yeah, well, they love Charizard. If Charizard's not in this game, I will give you $10 personally. I will drive to Texas and give you $10 if Charizard's not in that game. They did say that they would have Pokemon Home compatibility with both Arceus and Diamond and Pearl, but they said it wouldn't be until 2022. Is that right? That's what
I don't remember. There's a date to it, but that sound, knowing Pokemon, that sounds about right.
It sounds like late to, like we'll probably be waiting we'll be waiting too long for it.
I think February the latest. February or March the latest.
That is optimistic.
The only reason I say this, and this is at the end of the direct, and maybe you don't care about this stuff because you don't really mess with that stuff, but
how dare you, sir? I care about all these things. That's why I have a show based on this.
But the competitive scene, they said that the competitive battles are going to stay on Sword and Shield.
I think they should too. I think that's kind of the smart play with that.
A lot of the other podcasts that I listen to, they all were wondering, are we going to be migrating to Diamond and Pearl remakes? Are we going to stay on Sword and Shield? What's the thing here, right? And I think you're right. They should, because as I mentioned before, this the Diamond Pearl remakes are not made by Game Freak. They are made by a third party. And that means Game Freak may not have the complete control that they want for that game.
But also historically, they don't want you to have access to Pokemon outside of the game, usually for several months into the game's lifespan. And it's just kind of like, how long did we wait for it for Pokemon Go? Like a million years. Granted, that's a whole different thing with mobile. But it felt like it took forever for Sword and Shield. And what was it? Pokemon Let's Go. It just felt like it took a long time before we got full compatibility with everything. And I just looked it up and it said 2022. When does Arceus come out? February. Yeah, there's no way they're giving you access to
January.
Arceus.
I think Arceus January.
I think that's too close. I think they want. Oh no, yeah, you're right. It's January. It's late. It might as well be February. It's January 28th.
Yeah, it's like January 28th. It's like late January.
So like maybe home access in February or March for Diamond and Pearl, and then maybe you're looking at like, I don't know, June for Arceus or something. They like to wait for a while there.
I think we'd be curious of is really update Sword and Shield with these new Pokemon. Can we transfer a Hisuian Growlithe into Sword and Shield so I could battle with my friends in VGC?
I highly doubt it. They have. That is asking a lot out of them. I feel like they don't like backwards compatibility stuff, even though technically they're older games. But they're coming out late.
You're right. But the thing is, you could update these games much easier than the 3DS game. So you could easily put in the models into the game.
Is Stantler and Basculin in Sword and Shield?
Not Stantler. I don't remember Basculin. I want to say no for Basculin.
I'm gonna look this up. Let's see.
Yeah, looks like me. Go ahead.
No,
yep,
I was
you can
gonna
find him.
Say, you can find him in Sword and Shield?
It looks like it. Yep, I think you can find Basculin in Sword and Shield.
Oh, Basculin? I was looking for Stantler.
Oh, I mean, yeah, go ahead with Stantler. You've got Stantler answer, then go for it.
Okay, so Stantler is not in Galar. Not to say they couldn't add him, though. I'm just trying to use this as a base. And then you said Basculin.
Yeah, you can find him in Mowerstoke, Riverbank, and Hillberry.
Why? I would say why, because he's one of those Pokemon that's like, why does this Pokemon exist? But now that he has a cool evolution, I'm glad for it. Yeah, they could, you know what? I take it back. If they said they want to keep things competitive, assuming they want to run, I don't know. They might do it. They're capable of adding more Pokemon to Sword and Shield. So like, I hope they do.
I hope they do too, because the one thing I've been hearing is that lots of people are wondering, what do you do for the competitive scene for next year? Like, if things go well, knock on wood, we will have a Worlds 2022 in London, and we could do tournaments for VGC tournaments face to face. Well, we were hoping this month, but you saw the Delta variant. We were hoping. Now people are hoping that we could go back.
You can't say that word. You can't say that word. Don't get me deleted off of Apple iTunes. How dare you?
All right. Oopsie, sorry. This is the last episode. I'm done. Right.
This is the last episode. We caught the variant, and we're going away forever.
Yeah. But we're hoping.
Wear your mask, people.
A lot of people are hoping that we go back to competitive face-to-face play. Hopefully January, which means we could do live events February or so.
Yeah.
But the thing is, how do you make people interested in battling? Like we're going to do? You're going to get rid of the top 10 most popular Pokemon in VGC? Are you going to have people have our legendary team? Like, what do you do to mix it up to make people interested? Because a lot of people are getting,
they can honestly do nothing, and people would complain, but they would still do it. It's Pokemon.
The problem is the numbers would be lower. As a tournament organizer, I have seen the cycle. Like the first year, everybody's decided. I get 40 people at my VGC tournaments. The next year, okay, it's Sword and Shield 0-2. I kind of got tired of this game. I'm gonna play something else. My numbers go down trendy. That last year, legendaries. Only
if they do go backwards, I wonder. Like, I don't know that Basculegion's going to be meta. It's a water ghost type, by the way, which tracks. That sounds right. but maybe Arceus in some capacity. Like if they add that to Sword and Shield, that'd be kind of exciting.
That'd be really interesting. I mean, it'd be, to be honest, I think it'd be kind of dirty that they made these two Pokemon really OP, really good. To the fact that they're making people who play VGC forced to buy these games. Like, hey, you want to be competitive? This Basket Legion is really good. You better get your hands on it, or you're gonna be behind.
Yeah, I mean that's fair, but I mean it depends on how it evolves, right? If you add it to Sword and Shield and it evolves at level 50, it should still evolve at level 50, assuming that's the way you. Oh, I got a great idea. What if you have to just have a Basculin in your party, and then every time another Basculin in your party faints, it just adds to like some meter to get it to evolve?
That'd be funny.
You have to sacrifice them.
my comrades, my bourbon, I would fight on for you. But you know what? Now that I think about it, they did that with the DLCs. They introduced a really good competitive Pokemon. They introduced 5 competitive good Pokemon.
Oh, like oh shit.
Urshifus.
That's not what
and the Calyrex forms.
I was thinking of help me. Dark Fox, Shapeshifts, Zeraora. That's what I was thinking of.
No, they introduced the Urshifus and the Calyrex forms. And guess what? Almost every other team has one of those forms on their team. Guess what? You want to stay competitive, you gotta buy our DLC.
I never evolved. I never evolved mine. Mine's still a little Cubfu, yeah.
He's still a cute teddy bear.
I'm a monster. Yeah, mine's a little teddy bear. He's ready to be evolved. I got paralyzed by indecision. I didn't know which tower I wanted to go into, so I just put it down and never went back. Weird Year, by the way, is normal and psychic. That's pretty
interesting.
That's very interesting. Is that the first normal psychic type?
No, we had Girafarig.
Girafarig doesn't count. Let's be honest.
I mean, if I was thinking about this, I mean, no, I doubt a Weird Year can stand up to a Calyrex Ghost Rider, but I mean, he's immune to ghost types.
Yeah, that's
true. I think he learns a few good. He learns a dark type attack, but who can say he won't learn a crunch attack, right?
Yeah,
he can hit ghost types.
Braviary, the Hisuian. God, I can't say this word. Braviary is psychic flying.
They really like the psychic types in this region.
Yeah, they love psychics.
Somehow. I mean, you're gonna die to a ghost type attack, but hey, I mean, you want to hit super on. You got options to fight against fighting types, I suppose.
And the Hisuian Growlithe is rock fire.
F in chat. My poor, he's a cute boy, but he does not like earthquake. And Garchomp's a thing that exists in this game.
Or water, for that matter. Like anything water is going to be double effective.
It's gonna hurt. I hope they change this fire typing when he evolves. I've seen some good fan stuff about it. Like some people have been fan arting like
zero chance Arcanine's not fire in some capacity, right? Has to be. Unless they go the full-on Darumaka thing and just make him a whole brand new type. But maybe they can make him all rock, I guess. I don't know.
Dragon?
A dragon Growlithe? No, my little baby puppy. Leave it alone.
He won't be weak to water and ground type Pokemon.
He's not called the puppy Pokemon anymore either. He's called the scout Pokemon.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
I wonder if he's gonna have like some cool like. Do we have abilities in this game?
Do we have a what?
Abilities.
I don't know that they
had not confirmed that. Looking at the press release, and none of these boys have abilities.
They probably do, and then we just don't know them yet. I mean, they also probably act like the Alolan riding system where you use them to get around the region, is what I'm guessing.
But I hope like Growlithe has like some sort of like on-field. I hope Growlithe has some like on-field ability where like it can like find stuff for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a scout Pokemon. So why do you call it a scout Pokemon if you're not going to like find stuff? Like maybe like a pickup. I mean, I'm guessing the ability would be pickup, but it could be cool. Like it senses something here.
It could be the
dash machine.
it could be the Rattata or Pidgey of the game, where that's like that's where it teaches you to catch a Pokemon, and the first one you catch is Growlithe. That becomes your helpful scout since you're part of the scout corps.
Possibly, but I was thinking
survey corps.
Dowsing machine. He's the Dowsing machine for this game.
Down.
He's an Iron Finder.
I mean, that would be awesome. I'd be
awesome.
I think that'd be cool. I don't think that they'll do that because I think we're asking a lot of them. Like,
yeah, don't get your expectations up too high.
Yeah, if you have a good idea for this game, I would just expect that they also had that idea, and then we're like, no, we can't do that. That's just not possible.
But I mean, I guess weird there would be that you ride Pokemon, your Tauros, your bike. That's gonna be your surf, the surfing bike from Sword and Shield, and then Growlithe would be your Iron Finder, which is okay, cool. But I don't know.
No need for cut in this game, that's for sure. Just walk over. You can just learn to walk around a shrub.
True. Or you could get your Hisuian Scyther to cut it down for you.
So you said that. So what do you got predictions for Hisuian forms? Like what do you think we're gonna see? If you're right, then I mean you gotta have I don't know. If you're right, then you're a psychic type, as far as I know.
The thing is, most of these Pokemon, by the looks of it, do not exist in a Sinnoh Pokédex. Like, I don't think we'll see like Hisuian Gibble. I mean, that's already confirmed that we don't have that. But Growlithe is not in Sinnoh Pokédex. Bravery, nope. Blasted Legion, nope.
Right.
Statler.
This seems like a way to kind of get those Pokemon into the region. You know what I mean? Like give you more stuff to play with because they don't. I'm glad that they're not sticking to just the Sinnoh Pokédex for sure. Yeah. So like, what do you think though is going to get the Hisuian treatment? Obviously, I don't think I think there's going to absolutely be a fucking Hisuian Meowth because there's a freaking form of Meowth for every goddamn region.
Everywhere, apparently.
Meowth's everywhere. There's going to be an ancient Hisuian Meowth, and it's going to be amazing, and we're all going to love it. Forget it. It's in the game.
Psychic type. It's going to be psychic type.
I hope so. I hope it.
Psychic Meowth. Let's do it.
Might as well.
I haven't really put too much thought into this, so that I'm guessing.
I'm blurry. Oh no.
Oddish. Why not Oddish?
Oddish.
I love Oddish. Why not? Give me more Oddish, please.
I like Oddish.
I need more Oddish specials in my life. Look at this. Look at this cute here. I need more of this stuff. I'm
struggling with my camera here. Nobody.
Yeah, you were pretty blurry for a bit.
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse. A blessing for anybody watching, and a curse for me wanting to do anything of quality.
Send a Pokédex. I'm gonna do something right now. Who's not in Sinnoh?
I guess I'll just be blurry. I'm too offensive for a video.
Very so.
Anyway, I'm gonna guess. So you said Oddish.
Why not? I don't see Oddish in the Pokédex, so yeah, it counts.
I mean, for sure, we're gonna get like half of them will at least be Kanto Pokemon that are changed because that's just required. And I'm sure a bunch of them will be Sinnoh Pokemon. I'm gonna one up you here. I bet we're gonna get Primal Dialga and Primal Palkia.
That would be really awesome. Games like Giratina as well.
Yeah,
give me that Giratina.
Absolutely. So primal versions of them, because this is in the past, they're probably unruly or something. Arceus is in the game, so like, what's something that could beat a Primal Dialga or Arceus? How about Big Daddy? Excuse me, I'm speaking. Big Daddy Arceus comes to put his children into place there.
Go Giratina Distortion Word, please.
Oh, hey, here's an idea. Those angry Pokemon with the red eyes, maybe they're being like corrupted, not by like Team Rocket, but by a scheming Giratina.
I want to say this Jordan Audrey and Max. Jordan Palkia, Jordan Dialga, Giratina. Why does Giratina gotta be a bad guy? Make Audrey them the big bad.
Because I'm with you, like hail Satan. But Giratina, like it's not fair to label him as the bad guy. He's just a big chonk that wants to be loved just like anybody else. He just wants to be loved and be in charge.
Yeah, who doesn't?
But you know, like the bad guy Pokemon are the bad. Like Malamar is always going to be a bad guy. It's not fair. Like the ghosty types, or for some of them anyway, will be the bad guys. That's true, just the way it always is.
They always try to avoid make the Pokemon the bad guy. Is if you look at the movies,
the quote unquote bad guy.
The bad guy.
Malamar was a straight up brainwashing psychopath. But other than that,
that's true. But I mean, speaking of bad guys, look at our human characters here. Do you think we're gonna have a bad guy?
Did they? Yeah, I think yeah, for sure. I think the bad guy might just be the scary Pokemon and whatever's causing that. So, oh wait, no, Team Galactic is in this game. That's the bad guys. I
Team
forgot.
Galaxy. Remember
Galaxy,
they call
excuse me.
Team Galaxy and what's her name?
They're
Salim? Her
they're
name's Salim?
they're definitely the bad guys, but there's going to be some kind of like half-ass twist in there where it's going to be, oh, it was this person actually, and like, oh well,
Professor
yeah,
Rowan.
we'll see it coming a mile away, and but in the game they'll be like, oh, what a shock, and I'm like, oh, actually we kind of saw that coming forever ago. It would be kind of cool if it was Giratina pulling the strings in the background though. I think that'd be awesome.
That would be interesting. But no, I'm putting my chips down for Big Daddy Professor Rowan ancestor dude.
No, the professor's not allowed to be bad guys. That'll never work.
He's not a professor here though. He's a lumberjack person.
All right. But hey, we got to move on. That's a lot of guessing there. If we're right about any of that, I will be shocked. Except for Meowth, that's just guaranteed.
Psyching me out. Come on.
Did they show Pikachu at all?
They did not show. I don't think they showed Pikachu, but
Pikachu's in the game, right? He's got to be.
This is not universal. Yes, Pikachu has to be in this game.
He has to be in the game, just like Meowth has to be in the game. It's against the law.
I don't think Meowth is in the Pokédex for Sinnoh.
Yeah. He's coming. Don't you worry. They're not going to forget him.
Oh no, I don't. No, Meowth is not in the Sinnoh Pokédex. So he could be.
This is modern. He's getting a Hisui and Meowth form. Mark my words. I would stake my reputation on it.
It's a meme at this point.
Yeah, it's got to happen. It just has to. Mm-hmm. But let's move on. There was a lot more stuff in there. There was some Pokemon Cafe Mix news. There's some new content coming in that game. Did you play that at all?
Nope.
Nope, me neither. Moving on.
I never played. I mean, it's cute. I like the outfits. I would buy a plush of them if they sell them as a plush. But
yeah, I agree with you.
I mean, the Synchro is cute. I like the Synchro.
Masters EX is giving away 100 free draws. They have some events there? Did you ever play that?
I do play Masters. I just been logging in. But how do I get my 100 free draws again? I've done it every day.
Now, I don't know how to do that. I remember that being a part of the presentation was we're giving away 100 free draws under what banner? I couldn't tell you. I'm not sure.
One game. Let me just see if
you do that.
Like,
I'll keep going. Pokemon Unite is getting a couple new characters. They're getting Mamoswine and Sylveon. I have not, like I said in the last show, I still have not played Unite yet. I'll probably won't get to play it until it comes out on mobile, which is totally fine.
I need to download that game.
I'm not big into those types of games. Is it a MOBA?
It's a MOBA.
It's a MOBA. Yeah. So now I do play Brawl Stars like it's my fucking job, but that's not a traditional MOBA in the same way that like League of Legends is. So I don't think I'd really like Pokemon Go Unite. It just doesn't seem like my kind of game. The fact that there's no type advantages in that just is like, why? Like you'd think that'd be a no-brainer. But regardless, the people that do play it seem to enjoy it quite a bit. So I will give it a shot when it comes out on mobile.
If I ever find out how to get back to my Nintendo online account, I would do it. But I messed up my Nintendo online account, so oopsie daisies.
Yeah, I'm just using that good old Google account, baby.
Okay, I think I see how to do it.
Okay.
So
while you do that, oh, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
So yeah, if you go to Pokemon Masters, you go to the shop. They got that ticket scout thing, right?
I don't know. I've never played it.
Okay, if you go to the ticket scout thing, they give you a ticket for 10 pair of scouts. We'll use it now. Let's see what happens. Do I get a bunch of repeats? I'm probably gonna get a bunch of repeats. I'm not gonna get anybody new. But let's do this. Let's be disappointed live on stream. Right here. Look at this. Look at this name right there. Okay.
Oh, hang on. Let me put this live on a stream.
Okay, I think I got this one already by the looks of it. Who is this?
I don't know.
I already got Brandon.
That's some guy. There's a bunch of people.
Yep. Okay. Just repeats again. No one that got decent was Brandon. I don't care about him.
Oh, poor Brandon. Brandon, if you're listening, we care about you. We care and we love you so much. Just like you, dear listener.
We heard of you. We love. There's no love for Brandon here.
Oh wow. I guess that means he doesn't get hurt either.
And I guess not. You can let him know. You let him all you want.
Pokemon Go they plugged Ultra Week Part 3. The Hoopa's gone banana hammers and he's just pooping out
Good Lars in here.
He's just pooping out Wooloos left and right, just all over the place. He's just pushing them out and they're rolling around, bonking each other. What do we think about of Galar? They're really mixing it up in Pogo.
I mean, nobody predicted it, and you know what? I probably find Phalanx running around my neighborhood just being ridiculous as crazy.
Phalanx is one of my favorite of the Galar Pokemon for sure. Who's that guy? I couldn't tell. Who?
Hala.
Oh, that's the guy from Alola.
Oh, yeah, I haven't got him, so he's a new one. He's
good. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
He has one of the worst Pokemon of all time behind him, though. That is
he does.
Crabominable is abominable, and I hate it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Phalanx I lost my. I mean, we're talking about Phalanx, but man, have you seen Phalanx in game? He's so dumb.
I love it. I love it so much. He's adorable. They are adorable. They're just. I love them so much. I love them in Sword and Shield too. I have a whole bunch of them. I have a whole army of them just because I love those weird little weirdos. Yeah, I love them. Wooloo's cute, but Wooloo was always cute. His evolution, Dubwool, is not particularly cute, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, look at these idiots. They just lying.
Yeah, it's like a car crash almost.
It's a car crash.
They T-boned each other.
Yeah, and then there's that Aaron just like, I want to be one of you guys. They're just
I love it. I absolutely love it. Aaron's got an idea. It's like, hey, if they're allowed to do that and be one Pokemon, how come we can't do that and be one Pokemon? Yeah.
Yeah, Phalanx was not made for Pokemon Go because like they just like overlap the name. Like in Pokemon Go, you know how the guy like this square right there? He just go over the border. Like, we can't fit here, guys. We don't fit. That's so crazy.
I love it.
You saw the glitches on Thursday night for Phalanx?
Mm-hmm.
No, so Phalanx is supposed to be in the raids. You're supposed to find Phalanx in raids.
I have not seen him in raids.
Because they took him out.
Oh, did they?
Not anymore. He was glitching out in raids because like what happened is
he's too long.
He's too long and he becomes too big. So like when you click on a raid, you know how you like, click on a raid, you see giant old, I don't know, Matchap, right? But Phalanx is too big and then zooms onto his forehead. So you just see this big old, like having your screen just lower forehead.
That's like, amazing.
Oops, guys. We're going to take Phalanx out of raids and replace him with Matchap. Sorry, guys. We're going to see more Phalanx in Vial.
I did see Machamp. I'm almost done with my tasks. I got to win a raid, and then I got to do the fifth step there. So I have gotten 2 Zacians. That feels pretty good to have some extra of those good boys hanging around. Let me think. Well, there was one more new one. What was it?
On the third step. I need to fight Team Go Rocket once.
What was the other Galarian Pokemon that just came out? I'm trying to remember. I said Wooloo.
Skwovet is out
there. Skwovet, that's the other one. So I got a Skwovet and a Greedent, and I hate it, and it's fantastic. But there it is. They're there. It's fun. I'm looking forward to Zamazenta and getting one of those because I don't have one of those. So that'll be really cool to get it and be able to transfer it over to Sword and Shield, which I probably won't do.
The question is like, how are you going to get it in the crown form? That's the question.
Well, Pokemon Go rules is that it'll just be a different form minus the item. But I'm willing to bet that if you took a crowned form and transferred it to Pokemon Home, it would probably revert back to the regular uncrowned version. Is my guess. Like, hopefully not, but I'm pretty sure that that's probably how that will happen.
Yeah, hopefully, because I think I have someone train me as Zamazenta, so I can complete the Pokedex. But at the same time, it's like I have to trade back in that mind.
Yeah, same for me. I did a touch trade. I didn't actually have one, but like the same holds true for our Devil Boy there. Oh shit.
Giratina or Darkrai?
Giratina. Giratina's got its origin form that it only turns into when it holds the Greasiest orb.
Mhm.
But in Pokemon Go, it's just two different forms. And if you traded an origin form over to or transferred it to Pokemon Home, it becomes just a regular form Giratina, does it not?
I don't know. I will.
I think it
I
does.
never tried it, but now that I think about it, I mean, just wait in 2 years, going to see the crown form of both of them. And guess what? You're going to be able to transfer that guy, but I am.
I think you're gonna have to wait for an event where they're like, oh, hey, this raid, we're doing these special raids, and it might drop these special items, and you might be able to get like 1 or 2 extra crowns. And I think that's the only way you're gonna be able to do it. Your camera's frozen, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But you look very excited, so I wasn't gonna say anything.
Fix that.
That's pretty much all of the Pokemon Presents news. If I'm missing something, I apologize. I think we touched on everything for the most part, but Arceus is finally excited for Arceus, even if it's not a full-fledged open world game, which I kind of still hope it is.
It's gonna be open world for Pokemon. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna love it. And
like,
you're gonna have the
I am
are really loud.
I'm really
be upset about it.
I'm really thinking that with the wild area and the DLCs that they put out for Sword and Shield, we're a stepping stone to Arceus, and Arceus itself is a stepping stone to Gen 9. And I fully believe that. So
I'm pretty sure that was going to happen. I mean, it sounds like, I mean, we don't have definite proof, but like just like how Let's Go was kind of like a little baby's first Switch game with Pokemon running around in a vial.
It sounds like Arceus is a good testing ground for especially the new battle mechanics to see if people actually like them. Because if people don't like them, they can just revert to the standard old Pokemon that we know and love and not change anything. But if people really like the combat, maybe they'll change Gen 9 to be more like that.
Possibly. I mean, we heard like because of Let's Go, like, oh, the Pokemon running around the wild. We love that. Put that in Sword and Shield. Oh, we won't plan to put that in Sword and Shield, but okay, fine. We put the Pokemon running around the wild in Sword and Shield. And my guess is you're going to see, I think for sure they're going to test out the whole overworld thing. A lot of people are saying, oh, we want this whole game be wide area. Why can't we have the whole wide area as a game?
I wonder, I don't mean to derail us again for the 100th time, but I wonder if all the Pokemon that didn't make the cut for Sword and Shield will be in Arceus.
Possibly. That could be a good possibility.
I think so.
I will say this. All the Pokemon that were not in Sword and Shield as of that may be split between Arceus and the remakes.
Arceus, the remakes, and maybe even Gen 9.
Gen 9 would be nice, but I'm thinking if people are still upset about the National Dex, which I don't know why, but there are people out there still upset about National Dex.
Sure. Well, I mean, everyone's got a favorite Pokemon, and I'm sure somebody's favorite Pokemon's not in Sword and Shield yet. You know what I mean?
I don't know why somebody like Sims here, but okay.
I'm just saying, like, if it was me and Meowstic wasn't in Sword and Shield, I'd still be bummed out about it. I wouldn't be crazy upset about it, but I'd still be like, my favorite Pokemon's not in the newest game. Like, it's kind of a bummer.
But I think the idea is, if they want to make those type of people happy, you want to get an ability to complete the Podex as of right now, complete in this generation. Maybe not on Sword and Shield, but on Home instead, right?
Yeah, especially because you want to get that Magearna. Do you need Magearna to get Magearna? Like, do you have to register a Magearna before it gives you the special Magearna?
Oh no, I'm not gonna. I love Magearna, but I'm not that diehard to complete a full Pokédex like that.
I love doing that, and I've got a lot of them. The main ones I'm missing are like random one-off mythicals that were like cards at GameStop that for whatever reason I just never got around to getting.
I would say then yes. If that's the case, then you would need Magearna. I never got a Magearna, the first Magearna to begin with. Just like I didn't get I never got a Hoopa. I never got, which luckily, like a lot of these guys are eventually going to come to Pokemon Go, and I'll be able to get them eventually. I mean,
forever.
We were surprised. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're surprised. Like they surprised with the whole Galar stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't be surprised if next month we get Hoopa. Like, oh, after months of chasing Hoopa, we finally got it to come out of raids.
Hoopa's got to be coming. I was very disappointed that they teased Hoopa and then it wasn't a part of GoFest. But now that they've been dragging it out and teasing it along throughout all these Ultra Weeks, like it has to be like whenever the Ultra Week Part 3 is over, I would be shocked if Hoopa wasn't in raids.
Niantic and Pokemon Go have been doing a really great job in dragging out what they have.
Yeah. They got to. They have to.
They have to, because like once we get to Galar properly, what's that? Why are we gonna play this game anymore? We caught pretty much everything. Shinies, not pure. Not. I mean, there's a population who play for shinies, but I doubt the main player base play for shinies. They pretty much just like, I hear a catch on my Wooloos. Oh, I got 50 Wooloo Caddy, tiny ball. I'm good. Like that's pretty much the excitement there. I mean, yeah, you can chase after your 15th Zacian.
It'll be the year 2028, and we'll still be waiting for Kecleon. That'll be the carrot at the end of the stick.
I can see where if we get Alola this year, we get Galar next year.
I don't think that's guaranteed. I really don't. We're
gonna guarantee year.
Well, we're definitely going to get the Alolan starters at some point because they've already teased those. So I think we're getting a handful of Alolan Pokemon, but I don't think it's going to be the drip-fed entire Pokédex like it was over the past few years. I think it's going to bounce around between Alola and Galar and sprinkle in some of the guys. Yeah, and sprinkle in some of the ones we still haven't gotten from Unova. Mm-hmm. And eventually, Kecleon's got to be at some point.
Somewhere between here and now, Kecleon has to show up. I don't know how, but they find a way. That's not my job. That's their job.
I mean, they could do it easily. I mean, they couldn't figure out how to give us a shiny Ditto except as an end of a quest line. Give us a Kecleon at the end of the quest line and let's call it done.
I think the problem with Kecleon is that the Pokemon really has a really special gimmick, and you don't want to put it in without the gimmick. It's like, hey, here's Ditto. It's just there. But it's so much cooler to have Ditto transform, might be a different Pokemon. Like, oh, let me catch this Growlithe. Oh, it's a Ditto. That's why. Oh, haha, funny.
Yeah, it'll be in like Kecleon will be like the big prize at the end of like the Hoenn tour in 2 years.
I mean, I kind of have an idea about Kecleon, but like, that's not my job. It's their job.
Right. Well, like, see, if I had my way, he would just be invisible in the wild, and I think that'd be hilarious personally.
I'm thinking same thing as yours, but like the only thing that you can see a Kecleon, you know that this squiggly line?
Yeah.
The squiggly line.
The squiggly line and the eyeball.
Floating around like, oh, what's this? Oh, it's a Kecleon. That's funny.
I would be totally cool with that. I would think that'd be fine. I kind of also would like that, like, if you found a shiny Pokemon, it has a chance of turning into a shiny Ditto. I think that'd be awesome. People would be fucking furious about that, though. Like, oh, I finally found my favorite shiny Pokemon. Oh, it's a shiny Aaron. It's amazing. And then, oh, it's a shiny Ditto. You piece of shit. But really, the shiny Ditto would be rarer than whatever shiny you were actually going to catch because it's less of a chance of it to be a Ditto than what it actually is. Hey, man, we got to roll a random Pokemon here. What do you think?
Oh, okay. Let's do that.
No, we got to do it. We got to go. We're running long in the Rattata-tooth.
How long has it been?
It's been an hour and
5 minutes?
7 minutes ish. Okay. Number, I hit the wrong button. Gotta love it. Come on, man. Why you gotta do this to me? Number 721. Number 721 is...
That sounds Alolan. No.
Kalos.
It's Kalos.
It's Volcanion. Speaking of mythicals that I never got, that I'll never get, that no one is allowed to have because it's cursed. Volcanion, the Steam Pokemon. It is the only fire water Pokemon to date. It is, as you said, Kalos. It's the last Pokemon in the Kalos Pokédex. This thing has a lot of potential to be really cool, and then they just really missed the mark from a design standpoint. Like, I don't know what I'm like. I don't hate Volcanion the way that a lot of people hate Volcanion, but they fucked up. He looks rough, man. They could have made this Pokemon so cool, and they just gave him this weird Dr. Octopus ring on the back of his pyramid shell. Like, is he a turtle? Is he a cat face guy? Is he a robot?
But it doesn't say his inspiration. But this is inspiration. Doesn't say at the bottom of the page.
Well, I'll go look.
Mhm.
It appears to be based on the Ryukya Yon Shisa or Komainu, which is a mythical creature inspired by lions, tigers, and dogs. Statues of them in pairs are used as guardians that invite good spirits and repel evil ones. Its mechanical appearance and cannon-like arms may also draw inspiration from tanks. Its type combination and signature move may refer to geysers. Its ability to fly using its cannon-like arms may also draw inspiration from a steam engine. There you go.
Doesn't really look like it. Okay,
Shiny.
Pokemon, you did something.
You did something. It's definitely not the worst designed Pokemon that ever existed, but it's not good either. And I want to say that the shiny is horrible. It's not horrible in the sense that it's a barely off-colored version of itself, but it's got where it has yellow, it's now pink, and where it's red is completely yellow. And it's a steam engine guy, right? So it just makes me think he's powered by PP instead of water.
I don't know. Like I'm
P
thinking
engine.
whenever it comes to Volcanion, I am biased for many reasons for it.
All right, give me 3.
Okay, first off, I am a sucker for the gold shinies or the other shinies. So if it's the other,
well, you're biased
it might
then.
say
Yeah,
gold.
that's just a color
Yeah,
preference.
it's a color.
But that's
It's a
okay.
color reference.
I will say from the side, he looks a lot better from the side than he does the front. 100%. If you look at this Pokemon from the side, you're like, that's a cool outline. But
Yeah.
from the front, maybe it's the head. Maybe if he had a redesigned head, I would like it more.
I also spent a lot of time battling with him. Back in what was it? I guess it's been 3 years. Back in 2017 or 18, I took part in a draft league tournament for podcasters called Upple, and I ended up drafting Volcanion. And he's a really good in a closed environment like that. He's really fun to use. He not only has the ability to use both fire and a unique water type signature move. I love Pokemon that have negation abilities where they a water type attack. I don't care about it. I'm going to just suck it up and take no damage and heal myself. So I suck for that. So I got a few. I was able to catch a few people saying, "Oh, you're gonna use a Scar on me? Switch into Volcanion. Take that for me, Volcanion. What are you gonna do now? Oh, I'm gonna hit you with a steam eruption. Who's gonna take that hit for you? Nobody, because you're gonna be scared at. But I just like him for that.
So he carried you in there. So give me 3. You got to give me 3, or none of the other 2 count.
He has a really unique typing, fire and water type.
Okay. All right. We won't make fun of Volcanion then. You got the 3. Look, I just need to say typing. Someday I'd like to really meet Nick Volcanion. But it lets out billows of steam and disappears into the dense fog. It's said to live in mountains where humans do not tread. It expels its internal steam from the arms on its back. It has enough power to blow away a mountain. Oh my God. It lets out billows of steam. We said that one already. There's not a lot of Pokédex information, mostly because you can only obtain it in XY, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. Or it could be sent to Pokemon Bank and Pokemon Home. Other than that, you're shit out of luck, friend.
I think I have a fourth reason for I like Volcanion.
Okay, I'm willing to listen to it, but I have the ability to revoke it, and it's like no shirt, no shoes, no service. If this reason's not good, the other 3 are invalidated.
I play a lot of the TCG.
All right, this is invalidated. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I'm just kidding.
In the TCG set that it was introduced in, like the first time I got a card, they introduced the dual types. Every time in Pokemon goes into dual types, right there, like, oh, this Pokemon has 2 types. It's not only fire, but it's also water type. And they did that with Volcanion, so it had a quarter half card thing, where like half of the card was fire type and the other half was water type. Let's see if I can find it. And I think like the TCG does have its favorite Pokemon. I think Volcanion's one of them, because it always seems to get good cards most of the time that comes out. Okay, here it is.
I'm gonna give you a reason why I like this Pokemon now. And it says Volcanion, it says here, I've never seen it, but Volcanion played a major role in Volcanion and the Mechanical Marvel. It was portrayed as a Pokemon who had a hatred of humans and was targeting the Azoth Kingdom to retrieve the man-made Pokemon Magearna, of whom only it knew its true identity. On board, let's go. A Pokemon that hates humans. Let's do it. I'm into it.
Here it is. I'm not sure you can see it, but there it is, right there.
Let me see. Oh yeah, that's pretty dope.
That is pretty
The
cool.
head looks better in that picture than it does on its like official artwork.
I mean, it was a good card too.
I think I just hate the head. I think I just hate the head from a certain angle.
That
I look forward to it coming in Pokemon Go in 3 years and then being able to transfer it to home. And then Magearna and GoFest 2029 so that I can complete that Pokédex finally and get a Magearna in home. Oh boy.
I mean, I tell you the truth right now, with GoFest, you know how each year since GoFest, like, oh, here's Mew, here's Subby, here's Jirachi, and then everybody say, oh, we're gonna get Manphy this year at GoFest, right? Here's Victini.
Here's a thought I just had. How often do they come out with main series games? It used to be like every other year, yeah?
3 or 4 years.
Because they come out with the 2 versions, and then they used to come out with a 3rd version the next year. And then we would maybe get something like Mystery Dungeon or something to hold us over until the next gen
off year.
Yeah, so it's like at least every 3 years, yeah.
We get a new generation every 3 years. I'm thinking this up right now.
Except like 2000 or somewhere around 2005, I think we got nothing.
We didn't get a game in 2011, and that was after Black and White.
Okay. So
and then we didn't get a game in 2015. That's after Aurors.
What I'm getting to, the point I'm getting to is, so for sure we'll probably start seeing stuff about Gen 9 next year. It's been
the earliest next year.
Next year will mark 2+ years since we've had Gen 8. So we're definitely going to start, if we don't get Gen 9 at the end of 2022, we'll for sure get it in 2023. Pokemon Go still won't be caught up by then. And by the time Gen 9 rolls around, they can start drip feeding us Gen 9. And we'll still have stuff to go for another 2 or 3 years until we get Gen 10. And that'll be just fine.
Yeah, I mean,
they're never going to let it get to a point where it's just caught up.
Nah, I don't think so. It'd be hard, but I think Niantic can do it.
Here's my conspiracy theory, and I will die on this hill, is that eventually, I don't know when, but someday they're going to release stat altering items in Pokemon Go, and it's going to completely change the way we interact with like Go League and the things we catch, because you don't necessarily need to catch the perfect IV things when you can make them with these special items, and it'll be like charged TM moves, how rare those are, or you could spend $1 on a protein to raise the attack or whatever.
That sounds good, but I think
it's coming.
The point in Pokemon, I mean, I would love that. There's some Pokemon that
then 100% Pokemon, 100% perfect Pokemon will become basically a lot less rare.
I would like that because I have some Pokemon, I have some legendary Pokemon this would cause it to be perfect if it just got just a tiny bit more. But I think the purpose of Go is not only to explore, because they keep on saying, like, oh, we want you to explore places.
I'm not saying that that's going to go away. I'm just saying, like, here's this incredibly rare item that you're probably going to have to battle your butt off for, or maybe buy in a special event box occasionally. Because, I mean, you can't buy a charge TM on a normal occasion, but you occasionally will get one in like a box, special event boxes. So why not have like proteins, calciums, and stuff as special items? So, and maybe you can only use one per Pokemon or something that way. I don't know. I think it's coming. Stat altering items are coming. That's neither here nor there. I just wanted to put that out officially so that when it happens, everyone can share this podcast. It was and be like, After Darkrai figured it out. Like, they're the first ones. Like, let's all follow, share, subscribe, rate, review. Hi, Hannah. We forgot before we go, and hi, Mom. Thank you. We forgot. We do need to wrap up the episode, but we totally forgot something kind of important. September 19th is Oshawott Community Day. They announced it.
They did.
That's going to be a good one. I'm into it. I like Oshawott. He's a good starter.
When was Tepe Community Day?
That is a Sunday. I said that already. He will also
Sunday.
be attracted to rainy lure modules. I'm assuming that means they'll probably give us one in the quest line somehow. If you evolve, the charged attack is going to be Hydro Cannon, of course. And Samurott will now be able to learn the charged attack Razor Shell. This attack will be available for Samurott to learn even after the event has concluded. Okay, that's interesting.
Is it charged or a quick attack? I thought it was a quick attack.
Based on this website called PokemonCrossroads.com, they say it's a charged attack Razor Shell. The author of this article is someone named Mikey. I am sure it's just a coincidence.
Man, this Mikey sounds like a smart person.
He sounds smart and handsome. I would listen to him. I believe him. There'll be a special one-time purchase Community Day box available for 1280 Pokemon coins, featuring 50 Ultra Balls, 5 Lucky Eggs, 5 Rainy Lures. There they are, and an Elite Fast TM. There it is. And you'll be able to get Oshawott inspired stickers. There's a $1 special research story, which I won't pay for, and that's kind of it. I mean, 3 times catch XP. That's whatever. It is what it is. Incense will last 3 hours. Lure modules will activate for 3 hours. So that was the last thing. There's no more Pokemon news now, and nor will there ever be any more Pokemon news, at least for another 2 weeks when we come back with another episode. Guaranteed.
I do like the rainy lure stuff, though. I appreciate that we're using these lures more often.
Mm-hmm.
I remember people like, I'm going to put in a grassy lure to get more Turtwig again.
Yeah.
Nope, they just got more artists. I just.
While I'm thinking about it, how'd you do on EV Community Day?
I got about 10 of them.
Really? I was able to sneak a couple of lures, incenses. I'm sorry. I snuck like 2 incenses, and I was able to catch, I think I got 6, which I'm pretty happy with considering I was busy at work. And then I traded. So I've got a shiny of all the evolutions except for I didn't get a Flareon. I traded for one yesterday, so I got a shiny Flareon now, and I need a Glaceon. And next time I throw an Isilure up, I'll be able to get one because I have 2 shiny EVs left. So
yeah,
it'll be legit.
Okay, so you also had to get Flareon too, because the only reason I played was just to get a bunch of shiny EVs to play Russian Roulette with the Kanto evolutions.
I did it 3 times, and I ended up with 1 Jolteon and 2 Vaporeons, and I stopped. I just said, screw it. I'm just going to wait till I find someone that has an extra Flareon and just trade it.
I think I had like 3 shiny Vaporeons and 2 shiny Jolteons. I did 3 on the weekend.
They're definitely way better than Flareon, though. They
are.
Yeah.
But you want to have that complete shiny collection in them. As a pain in the butt to get those 3. Right now, on the level 42, so I had evolved the evolutions. So I was able to get most of them except for Umbreon. I forgot to evolve Umbreon Sunday night. So now I got to make it my buddy and rock with it.
Oh, no.
Do that stuff. Yeah. And I think that's still. I know I need to get the Glaceon and Leafeon as well. But those are easy. I can just drop a door.
Yeah, for sure.
Get it done.
But folks, that's going to be it for us. Real quick, Mikey, do you want to plug Pokemon Crossroads again?
Yeah, you can find my writings and my cohort's writings on Pokemon Crossroads. We should have a video article. I forgot what because I'm not writing it. I think Gensec is writing it this week. So he has a video.
A video article?
We just like our podcasters, so we highlight all the podcasters. We spotlight a video from somewhere on YouTube. It's just like random. It may be a music cover or it's like a cool theory.
That would be a really cool way to expand your YouTube audience too. If you just did a news type show like IGN or stuff, and it would be great if you knew a guy that was very funny and looked good on camera, and his camera focuses properly, and he's quick on the fly, like a really good established internet personality who sometimes just needs a little kick in the butt. Do you know anybody like that?
I may know somebody, and you want to talk to me, that'd be cool.
Probably Nick Volcanion, right?
Yeah, probably Nick Volcanion. Maybe he could come online, do a once a week article recapping news. That'd be great. I mean, not asking for too much. Just once a week.
It's Pokemon Crossroads News Live. My name is Brett. You may know me from such programs as Pokemon, After Dark Cry, and Jaws Breakers, the Scary Funny Shark Show. Speaking of which, I would like to plug Jaws Breakers, the Scary Funny Shark Show. We are, let me bust out the calendar. September 28th, we are watching a little movie called Sharktopus live on twitch.tv/breaker streams at 7 p.m. Eastern. So join us for that train wreck of a movie. I'm sure we'll have a nice time.
It sounds like a great cinematic masterpiece that everybody should watch.
That probably the CGI has not aged at all. I'm willing to bet.
It was great at the time.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
Just like Pixar movies,
I'm sure it aged gracefully. I'm sure it aged gracefully.
Exactly.
But also check out Mikey and all his cohorts, including Genesect, over on Pokemon Crossroads. And join our Discord at Pod Dog. It's links in the description. And that's all I got. Mikey, you got anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I could plug my Twitter account, PKMN Crossroads on Twitter. If you want to hear from me, just Mikey himself. Mikey Zard. The Mikey. You can find Mikey Zard. That's me. Sometimes I talk about Pokemon. Sometimes I talk about politics that involve bad people who shouldn't make decisions. And sometimes, pretty sure in the next month or two, I'll be talking about Battle Box. So that new season comes out.
So so all of Mikey's opinions are his own. He was not endorsed by After Dark Live one way or the other, but we do support his right to choose to make those decisions himself.
Yeah.
In no way did we implant a microchip in his brain that has a receiver for my own thoughts to control him like some kind of puppet of the state. We're not doing that.
The government already did that in April.
That.
You didn't do it, but the government did that back in April, and they're going to do it again in November. Shh. Get your vaccines, please. Get your vaccines. Protect your kids.
Get your vaccine. Kids. Where's your damn masks, y'all? Volcanion, I barely knew him. After you get Mikey from Pokemon Crossroads on your show, Darkrai will come and stub your big toe. Bye, everybody.
Ouch.
Ouch. Bye. Ouchies. Oh, no. You know what, Mikey? I totally forgot. The main purpose of this show is to sing a song about the random Pokemon we did.
I was going to say that. I was going to ask that.
It's not Volcanion to be steamed by anyone. It's not unusual to be watered by anyone. But when you got that fire underneath your canyons, it's not Volcanion to me. I don't know, man. I'm just making shit up.
That sounds better than my idea. I was going to go that one song from Guardians and Galaxy 1.
With who?
That one song from Guardians and Galaxy 1. Hooked on a feeling. Hooked on Volcanion.
Hooked on a steam vent. I'm gonna erupt now. Dun, 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 dun. I got this steam in me. Gonna erupt all over thee.
That's good. You came out of that one pretty fast.
I got these weird arms. Do, 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 do. Give me an O. And then that's all he does, because he just goes like this. He just goes like this.
He could do U.
I guess he could do a U. Yeah, he could do a V. Give me an O. Give me a U. Give me a V. What's that spell? Nothing, Volcanion. You don't know how to read.